Welcome back, Saber enthusiasts. I am Nick Nitro, and I am Lord of the Crucible. Today we are here to finish up our testing phase of the Ultrasabers Sentinel V4. As you can see, we are set up for our drop test, where we have 3 separate surfaces to drop this guy on. We're going to do 4 drops at 3 feet, 6 feet, and 10 feet on grass, wood, and concrete. So let's see how much abuse this little guy can take. Without further ado, let's get to it. First, we're going to drop on the pommel. Next step, we're going to drop on the emitter. Next, one random side. Finally, dropping on the power button from 3 feet. Let's move on up to our 6-foot drops. Pommel drop. The emitter. One random side. Finally, at 6 feet, one drop on the power button. This is always the hard one to get. I can never get it to go just straight down. But I think we got it. So far, so good. Let's reset for 10 feet. Pommel drop. And 3, 2, 1. Oopsie. Next up, emitter drop, 10 feet. 3, 2, 1. Not a bad hit. Not bad. As soon as I get the dirt out of there. Uh-oh. Our first hiccup. Let's see what we've got. If I'm right, just a small little thing. Yeah. Yep, we're still lit. It was just a battery that got knocked loose. So, we did a pommel, we did an emitter. Next, random side. Away we go. Next, let's see if we can hit that power button. 3, 2, 1. And still lit. So far, so good. Excuse me while we get reset for the wood flooring. See you there. Okay, here we are on the wood floor drop. Let's get ready for our 3-foot drops, starting with the pommel. Pommel from 3 feet on the wood floor. Hello. Next up, the emitter. Hits are getting harder. Random side. This is where the battery came loose last time. And it looks like we have to check for it again this time. Ooh. That's interesting. That was tight in there. Yep, there we go. All good. All right, let's try and hit the power button. Oh, I think we got that one good this time. On to 6 feet. Pommel drop. Next, the emitter. Side, meaning anything but the power button. See if we can't hit the power button again. 6 foot on wood. I missed that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's still lit. We'll give it one more go. One more. I don't normally like to do this, but, you know, I really want to hit that power button. All right. Let's see what we've got. Yep. Lights are out. Battery pack seems to be intact. Oh, yeah, look for the simple stuff first, Nitro. Oh my god. It just turned the Saber off. That's all it did. All right. So it is still going. Time to take it to the next level. Let's reset for 10 feet. See you there. Okay. 10 foot. Onto a wood floor. On the pommel. Hit it. As you can see, once again, the light is out. So let's check this. Simple stuff first. It just turned it off. Hard enough hit, pops it right out of the latch. Okay, emitter. Whew. I never think that they would actually last this far. But that's gonna be the test. Right now, random side. Away we go. Still lit. Really impressive. I do think the batteries are getting low though, but we'll deal with that when we come to that. All right, 10-foot drop onto a wood floor on the power button. I don't think so. Yeah, it did. Oh, I really don't like doing a second drop. All right, it's not the switch, or at least it wasn't just turned off. Ooh. Uh-oh. All right. I don't know how bad yet, but you can see we've already got a bit of damage. I hope you can see this. So we are getting some plastic damage somewhere, but I can't tell where. And it's still lit. All right, here we are. This is the final set of tests. It's all concrete. So, Sabers on. 3 foot. Pommel drop on concrete. Oopsie daisy. Emitter. Random side. Oh, I heard some rattle there, didn't you? Now the pommel was a little loose. Let's see what we've got. Did see some fragments earlier, and oh, it is up in there again.
You just lost plastic pieces.
Really? Big one, small one? I think I see one.
Yep.
Very slow. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What have we got? I'm feeling a chunky bit here somewhere, but it's gone now. Oh, nope. Still nothing.
Just turned on.
There we are. I found the loose one. It's over here. Doesn't seem to be holding in that well. Still on? Okay. Yeah. Hold this, please. Oh yeah, it's a loose battery. But you know, if this is where the chunks are coming out of, it may not be able to hold that battery in there anymore. I'll try and fudge it, put the Velcro a little tighter around that loose spot. But for now, time for the power button. And we're only at 3 feet. Imagine what happens when we get higher.
That was a dead hit.
Lights out, button is on. Might still just be a loose battery. Oh, yeah, definitely a loose battery. Popped right out. All right. Up to 6 feet. Here we go. Pommel drop from 6 feet. Still lit. And away we go. Whoo! That just sounded hard. Emitter time! Visit your friend. Well, here we go again. It's way up in there. It seems like every time it hits the emitter, it just rams that battery pack all the way up there. Getting there. Go. Ooh, 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 ooh. There's a chunky bit. There's a chunky bit. There we are. Now, I've had one tear apart on me before, but I have never had it come apart in little bits and pieces like this. And I can only imagine that this is making it harder and harder for this to stay on. But it does light up. It is kind of technically still staying there. I don't know. This has taken some definite damage, but random sides, 6 feet. I just get wrapped up in the damage so much. Away we go. Yep, it is. It popped the button, but it's still not turning on. Something fell out, but it was white. I don't know what it was. It may be a piece of hot glue from around the button. Yeah, I mean, it was small. It was like over here somewhere. But it still lights up. Damage Patrol. You may have given me my first merch idea. Oh my god. If I remember in editing, guys, in the comments down below, let me know what you think of that. I'll see if I can put one together if I get enough people interested. Okay, it is still lit. The batteries are low. I mean, this thing is shifted way into the red spectrum. Power button. Hoopsie! Oh! It popped the button again. Button is not turning on. I mean, this is already in the gray area. I could probably declare this as not being a champion, not passing the entire test. Okay, yeah, it's just the batteries are having a really hard time staying in. Well, this is like only barely in there, and when I was putting the battery in, it was flickering back and forth between purple and this orangish red that I've got now. The loss of power may be due to the lack of contact from the batteries. And if that's the case, it's already failed, but you know what? We go big here. We like damage. We're missed in the head. Yes. We're gonna reset for 10 feet. Hold on. Alright guys, I'm not climbing that ladder until I can make certain this will stay on through the climb. This battery holder is not holding batteries. You had one job. One job. Oh. Oh, flicker, flicker, flick. Gone. Alright guys, I am going to call this one. It can't stay lit all the way up to the top. We're going to get reset for the aftermath. I have never had one fall apart so slowly before. I'll see y'all at the table. Well, here we are. I'm surprised. I really am. Most of the failures that I've had in the Crucible have usually been a wire coming loose. I have had one battery holder just tear a complete end off, but nothing quite like this. I did have to call this one. I couldn't get it to stay lit long enough to climb the ladder to do the final set of 10-foot drop tests. And without it being able to stay lit, I can't justify that. So let's have a look at what we've got. We found 4 pieces that came out of this thing. One of them we're not certain it came out from here, but it might have. But I mean, this is one of the batteries that just won't stay put at all. I mean, look at that. It's getting ready to fly right out. So that seems to be the extent of the battery, the extent of the damage. Let's take the Velcro off of here. You stay. Wait, there. Yeah. I would like to see where those pieces came out of. Because I can't readily see. Well, maybe I have. I don't know. Hold on. Let's have a close. Oh! Well, there is another piece right there. You can see that. This thing has been fragmenting. There we are. There's one spot. That's where the failures occurred. Yep. And those would definitely prevent it from staying intact. I don't know if you can see in this camera over here, but you see how we have this wedge just kind of coming up in between the batteries, holding everything in place there. But if you look over at this other side, there's supposed to be another wedge there, and that is completely gone. This is a fragment of one of them. And if we flip this over, both of the wedges are just shot. They're gone. We did lose some paint off the labels on one of the spots here, but that's no big deal. But this is enough damage to prevent this from actually surviving the test. So, I do have to call this, it did not survive the Crucible. So to date, we still do not have a champion of the Crucible. My search goes on. But, yeah, I think I'm going to try and keep that in the video. I do want to give out a big shout out to my guest cameraman today. His name is Damon. You've probably seen some of his artwork in some of the transitions in previous videos. He shows up in the credits and in the description down below. He has his own site called Shadowlight Creations. Some absolutely beautiful work. Check him out. And he was a really... I had to shake the camera, didn't I? He was a really big help today. Absolutely fantastic. Oh. Well, that's also something interesting here, and I just noticed this. So far, this is the only blade plug to move during testing. Now, this was seated about 1/4 of an inch down. I hope you can see that here. And it is now currently flush. Neighbor, you're not filming outside unless you've got random noise. Trust me on that. This will take a minute. Okay, as you can see, this is actually flush with the end of the emitter. That had to have happened on one of the emitter drops. Apparently everything got shoved so far forward, this had to just slide forward against the set screw. So this thing took a good bit. It took a good pounding. Now I'll go ahead and get a new battery holder. I'll get this repaired. This one is probably going to go into my private collection. I hate to disappoint you guys, but I do like this one. As far as recommendations, you know, for heavy combat dueling, for like the Saber Legion and the Lightspeed Saber Academy. You could probably use this for a few duels. Some of this damage from the battery holder probably came during our hit resistance test, but I'm thinking a lot of it came from the drop test. I would definitely recommend this if you're doing any sort of like fan film work for special effects, and also for cosplay. It's perfectly fine. As you've seen, you can drop it a number of times and it will survive fairly well. So I'll probably do a repair video on this one. Everybody's starting up their lawnmowers today. I'll probably do a repair video on this one and you know, get this added to the collection, maybe do some modifications. Until then, I have decided that our next Saber giveaway is going to be when we hit 300 subscribers. So look forward to that, look forward to the details. I am expanding it. I want to open this up to a lot more people. And while we were filming, we came up with a shirt idea. I don't have any merch currently, but you know, let me know what you think about the idea of a t-shirt that says Damage Patrol. I mean, kind of fun the way it came up. I think it sounds cool. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, give us a like if you like the content. Hit subscribe. Ring that notification bell. It'll be the best way to hear about new videos coming out. And if you want to help support the channel, by all means, go ahead and head over to my Patreon account. I've got the link down in the description below. I'm putting together a database of how each of these sabers have fared through the Crucible. The whole idea was originally to provide more information for people looking to buy their first lightsaber. So let me know if that helps you out. Hit that subscribe button. I really want to get to the next Saber giveaway. So until next time, I am Nick Nitro. I am the Lord of the Crucible, and the Crucible has spoken.